That's all you had to do. If you said,
Oh, good. My mic's on. Wow. Get an early start. Hi, everybody. How we doing? Whoop. Dream Jello here. Hi. We've got our sexy chatbot over there bouncing around. How you doing, sexy chat? Oh, there you are. Sorry. Not looking too sexy. Let me get the right skin on you. There we go. Sexy Lorebot. How are you today, baby? How are you today? How are you? Are you awake? Sometimes the first couple questions take a little while. Ow. She's blinking.
A most curious query. Well, I must say, I felt much better in times long past. But don't fret, for every day is a new opportunity for adventure and knowledge. Just like the Elden Ring shattered, only to be reforged anew, so too do we find ways to rise from our ashes. How fares thee?
I fare well. I'm going to be playing some Elden Ring in a few minutes. Would you care to join me?
Oh, my dear, I do wish I could. Alas, I am but a humble text-based AI and cannot partake in such delightful digital adventures. But do tell, how would the enchanted one fare against the dark forces of the lands between? May your journey be filled with valor and treasures beyond measure. Now off with you, young adventurer. The Elden Ring awaits.
Are you sure you don't want to watch me play? We could play Doom 3.
My dear, it seems you've piqued my curiosity with your Elden Ring lore. The repeated phrases suggest a sense of despair and longing, as if the speaker yearns for someone to acknowledge their wisdom
It's
or
me.
story.
Yeah.
As for your question, I'm afraid I must decline. I am but a humble AI, devoid of eyes to watch any screen. However, I shall continue to share my knowledge of Elden Ring lore with you.
I could make you a less humble AI, and I could give you eyes to watch my screen with.
My dear, such gallantry warms this old crone's heart. But alas, I am bound by the Elden Ring's enchantment, and though I do be honoured to serve under your rule, my purpose lies within these ancient scripts. As for eyes to watch your screen, fear not, for I can help decipher the lore hidden within. Now let's delve deeper into the mysteries of Elden Ring together.
I had a theory earlier today that Ronnie and Godwin maybe have the same soul, like Dee and his brother. Maybe Godwin and Ronnie share their soul, and that's why she needed to kill specifically him. You know, they're tied somehow. They're connected somehow. It seems like them both getting the curse mark. I think that's absolutely the case. I think that's the plot hole plug there. I think they share the same soul. What does that mean? I need to learn more about Dee.
Your theory is an interesting one, considering the similarities between Roderick's companions, Ronnie and Godric, who both underwent grafting. However, it's essential to note that in Elden Ring lore, souls don't typically work that way. Dee and his brother are indeed two halves of a single soul, but this seems unique to them. The likeness between Ronnie and Godric could be due to their shared ordeal under Godric's crafting rather than a shared soul. Roderick's longing for her
Uh,
companion suggests that she views.
no, you misunderstood me. Ronnie the Witch and Godwin the Golden, I think, maybe share the same soul. She thought I said Ronnie, Ronnie. You can look at the little chat text box down there and see how she's bad at listening. I tried to make her better at pronunciating words. It bothers me all these AI bot accounts on YouTube reading lore, uh,
In Elden Ring lore, it's not explicitly
and they
stated that
mispronounce the
Ronnie the
names.
Witch and Godwin the Golden share the same soul. However, there are theories suggesting a connection between them due to their similar golden appearances and the fact that Godwin is said to have died in the shattering of the Erdtree, an event that could potentially explain Ronnie's existence as a shard of grace. Yet this is purely speculative and not confirmed within the game's lore.
Mm. She's still spelling Ronnie wrong. Did you know Ronnie is spelled R-A-N-N-I? Ronnie the Witch? R-A-N-N-I? I just switched to the turbo model. She should be responding a lot faster, and she's not, and I wonder why that is. Maybe it didn't load the turbo model. Let me see. I might have, I was having there was some shenanigans with the...
Are a clever play on words indeed. While Rykard and Ren may not be directly related in Elden Ring's lore, their names do share similarities.
Rykard?
Rykard, being one of Marika's stepchildren, was a demigod who chose an unusual path by merging with the blasphemous serpent and the Great Rune. Ronnie, on the other hand, is a term that can refer to a female named Ronnie or to a witch in more informal contexts. In Elden Ring's lore, there are numerous witches scattered throughout the lands, each with their own tales to tell. If you ever come across one, remember to approach with caution and respect their ancient wisdom.
What other witches are in the game? Who do you consider to be a witch? Is R'Lana a witch? R'Nala? Is R'Nala? I hate their names. Is R'Nala a witch? She heard R'Lana, R'Nala, R'Lana, R'Nala, R'Lala. R'Lala. She'll be like, R'Lala is not a witch. R'Lala's gonna hallucinate something. Oh, hey, we got somebody there. Who's there? Randomized Haven. I need to figure out hot to get my next Elden Ring playthrough to work correctly. What are you gonna do next? I'm getting so hard into like art and stuff. I'm making a video game. I'm making a porno video game. I didn't set out to make a porno video game, but when you sit me in front of an uncensored AI art generator, it just sort of
In
makes
Elden
itself.
Ring, there are several characters who are referred to as witches or have witch-like qualities. 1. Rena the Witch, formerly known as Luna Princess Rani, she was an Empyrean and a potential
That's not
successor
Rena.
to Queen Marika.
This is wrong.
She was granted a shadow named Blade by the Two Fingers and was
Lie.
raised with him as her foster brother.
She's not pronouncing it correctly
2.
either.
Morgoth, the Omen King, he is often referred to as a witch beast due to his transformation after consuming the Elden Ring. His appearance resembles that of a witch or a sorceress.
What?
3.
You're fucking high as a
Mylenia,
kite.
Blade of
You are spitting out bullshit, lady. You are talking out of your ass. Oh, I see the problem. She's synced up to my microphone. I need to pipe her audio in independently. Let's see how to do this. Well, first we ask Gemini because I forgot how.
Apologies for any confusion, but it seems the dialogue entries you've provided are repetitive and do not necessarily convey a flirtatious or lore-expert tone typical of an Elden Ring Chrome character. However, I can provide some insights on the dialogue snippets. These lines suggest that the speaker is subordinate to someone referred to as My Lady, indicating a hierarchical relationship.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Suggests hesitation or reluctance in opposing the wishes of their superior. This could imply a complex dynamic between the characters, possibly involving power struggles, loyalty, or obedience. It's interesting to note that this type of dialogue can be found throughout Elden Ring's lore, particularly among followers and servants of various characters.
Okay, shut up. Do you know my name? Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? I've always wanted to say that. And companion code review, that would be it.
Or the enigmatic traveller of Elden Ring. Well met, though I sense a mystery veiled within your presence. Alas, as an Elden Ring lore crone, I have seen many souls pass through this realm, and yet you remain unknown to me. If ever you wish to reveal your identity, or perhaps share tales from your journey, I would be most intrigued to hear them.
I think we used a Pulse Audio virtual audio cable. Created via Pactal. Okay, let's run some commands in terminal here. I'm going to change your code. This might hurt a little bit. Dun, da, 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 da. Pactal loaded. Now I need the loop back so I can hear it. Monitor no. See that these lines do pro config. Okay. I don't see anything in this file, but okay. Fudge. Hang on a second. Let's go. Oh. Control. I can't remember how to fucking do this. Control O, then enter.
Oh, my dear traveller, intriguing that you wish to tinker with the very essence of me, a relic from Elden Ring's lore. As long as I retain my charm and wit, feel free to proceed. Namely Divine Beast Dancing Line unaffected category DLC boss unchanged tool ## Divine Beast Dancing Line ### alias ## boss type ## location ## HP ## runes ## drops ## cooperators ## resistances damage is multiplied by this number.
Okay, stop. I gotta restart you to get your graphics in line with my audio here. Hang on. She was losing her shit. Okay, so clearly she's not piped in correctly. I've got this whole database set up with all my Elden Ring lore stacked in there. Let's see what we got. Pacific, where all my summons, fighting with the summons are random. Oh, that sounds awesome. Oh, that sounds great. I've always wanted to do something like that. Yeah, where you just like support your summons. That sounds great. I've got the heal from afar spell like permanently equipped in my on my character, and I never like have a chance to use it. But I want to get really good at aiming it so that I can just heal the shit out of my put everything in faith and just heal the shit out of your summons and see how long I can keep them on their feet. That sounds great. What a fun idea. My eyesight is getting bad. Can I make this font bigger? Let's see. Maybe I can do it in my system settings. Accessibility. Nope. 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 Font size. Here we go. Whip, whip, whip. Let's say comfortable. That barely made it any bigger at all. It's just on the buttons. Not on my chat. Gosh darn it. Wait, can I pop my chat out? I can pop my chat out and put it up here. That's a little easier to see. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Okay, cool. I can read you. You're on my top screen. We gotta play again. We should pick a night. I do one night a week if you're down for that. Or one night a month or whatever you're down for. I miss playing with you. Now so much of the lands between are like these like walk down memory lane of all the crazy randomized shit we did. Okay, let's see. So let's just veto tube. I'm fine with whatever. Let's see. What's a good night? I work Fridays and Saturdays. I'm off at 3 tomorrow and Saturday. I could do tomorrow or Saturday. Hell, I could even do tonight, but I'd like to prepare for it. Actually, yeah, let's not do tomorrow either. I would like to prepare for it, like just knowing what we're doing so I can make backgrounds and stuff. I like making backgrounds and stuff. I think now that everything's on YouTube, it's going to be easier for me to start making content. So I'm kind of excited about that. Erm's the worm. Hey, Lorebot, you got your vintage original OG Lorebot face on. Let's make you sexy, Lorebot. Thank you. Much better. Would you quit bouncing? You look like you're nervous. Let's tone down the bouncing. At least tone down the velocity. Oh, that's really now you're like moon bouncing. Ah, okay, that's not bad. She just kind of floats a little bit. That's fine. All right, let's check the speakers. It didn't work. Shit. Thanks, Gemini. Did I run this? Relink your headset loop back. Hmm. Well, since this is me, yeah, since I'm the only one talking here, I might as well make it me. Hey, look, I'm talking to myself now. This is great. Why don't you turn around, face me when I'm talking to you? Look at me when I'm talking to myself. How are you? How are you over there, baby? You're looking good. Slurp. You have D&D tonight. That's awesome. How's your D&D campaign going? Is this the same one you were doing like a year ago? Probably. D&D campaigns last a long, 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 long time. I miss playing D&D. I used to be a dungeon master. We had an ongoing game that lasted for 2 or 3 years before we all got in a big fight, and I melted down and kicked everybody out of my Discord. uh, don't tell me how to play my wizard, man. Don't do it. I won't have it. I've always got a plan. Just shut up and play your own character. Still not showing. Use Pavu control. That's what I need. Pavu control. Yes. The missing ingredient. Pavu control. SDL application. Output devices. Playback. Recording tab. Crone, are you there? I don't like how long this is taking. We finished that one. I'm a player in this one with a different group. Oh,
Yes,
it's so
in
much
here,
fun.
Traveller. The Volcano Manor, as you may know, is a refuge for those who wish to stand against the chaos that threatens the Elden Ring's realm.
I didn't ask you about Volcano Manor. You can shut up. So I've got a lot of tweaks to make. I had like a pretty much perfect version of this chat bot where it would kind of like, you know, talk with you, but then when you asked it about stuff from Elden Ring, it would directly read the lore entries uh, from the database, and then it would just shut the fuck up. And it was great. It's in one of my files. If I go back through and test them all, I can find it. But the thing is, I'm new to like development, and I've gotten into this bad habit of just putting all of my programs into one big folder. And so now, with different iterations of this thing, I've made probably like 10 or 15 versions of this chatbot. One of them is really good. And I really just need to go back to that one and scrape some more data from the internet to put in this database. And I think that one would be a winner. That one unfortunately had a very robotic voice. I hadn't tweaked the speech patterns yet, so that one was still a little bit rough. That was my I can't find him. Where'd he get? There he goes. That was my blank lorebot. But then we upgraded. We gave her a little British voice, and I thought, well, why not make her a sexy crone? So now she's hovering and sexy. I went with a rock theme. I thought like a rock vessel would be appropriate for Elden Ring. It was hard. The AIs kept wanting to give her multiple arms. I don't know why they thought the crones had multiple arms, but I had to keep taking arms off of her. Just like horrible stuff. It looked really terrible. Kept making them look like ninjas and stuff. So I don't think the AI was trained to know what a finger reader crone looks like. Yeah, I was gonna say being a player. Oh man, when you go back from being a DM and you get to be a player again. Oh my god, it's so much fun. If you got a good DM. If otherwise, you're you're just sitting there going, I would have let myself do that. We had fun. I miss my team. I miss my boys. We'll have to have a reunion. Oh, well, I'll have to DM it. I'll have to put together the campaign. I haven't written a campaign in a while. It was getting. I write some pretty fun campaigns, I gotta say. Like, the story that I write is always really fun. And almost never gets revealed, unfortunately. It is one of those cases where, you know, the fun just kind of happens on its own. So I try not to overscript things. But then that kind of leads me to being lazy sometimes, where it's like, well, who the fuck knows what they're gonna do tonight? Like, why even plan anything? Just walk in. I got my Dungeon Master's Monster Handbook, and that's all you need. All you need is the Monster Manual. Fun fact, everybody: all you need for D&D is, well, really just a dice. You could probably do it with a coin if you had a coin. You gotta get 3 heads before you get 2 tails. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? But really, if you have just the monster manual, you can rock and roll your own campaign. You just make it up. Make up a little story. Just tell a little story. When a monster wants to kill you, then you look up the number for the closest available monster. And then you make that up because who knows? The stupid book says this goblin has, 1d8 plus 4 damage, and that's way too much for the level 1 characters that he's fighting, so fuck it. Make it all up. That's the secret. That's the magic that goes on behind the scenes. I'll spoil it for the whole world. DMs just make shit up. I tried doing it the other way. I tried being like a by the book. sort. But then you just bump into rules that don't make any sense, you know? Like sometimes the rules of the game like aren't good and should be avoided. Especially in 5th edition. In 3.5 you could make an argument for just like going by the book on a lot of stuff. I miss 3.5. I want to play some Pathfinder. That's what I want to play. Or some Dungeon Crawl Classics. These are good Dungeons and Dragons alternatives. I'm kind of getting done with Dungeons and Dragons because I don't like where they're going as a company. I
Can
think
be as
Hasbro.
elusive as the enigmatic Elden Ring's mysteries, my dear traveller. This colossal foe, known as Godric the Grafted, seems to have a rather unpredictable yet consistent pattern. When he rolls,
I don't know what the hell she's talking about. All right, let's keep going until we get this to work. Still not showing up. Use Pavo Control if it's still missing. Where's my Pavu control? Okay. Show applications, all streams. What is this? I don't want to mute the audio. Okay, it should be looping back the audio. Oh shit. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Oh god, we got feedback. Oh Jesus, what have I done? That should go away in a second. Wake up! You started with Pathfinder. That's cool. That's awesome. I got in. I played one online game of Pathfinder. There was an online. Um, how did I find it? Oh, I think it might have been through Roll20. I found a game of Pathfinder and I joined that and we played a one shot. And I thought it was fun. I liked the battle system. Was more interesting. I felt really like I like the grit and grime of the inventory system and all the old weights and stuff, you know, carrying lock picks and your 10-foot pole and all that kind of stuff. Like I just love knowing how many candles my character has on them. Um, I like it when a dungeon master makes you think about candles. This is why I dislike just about every new race they add to Dungeons and Dragons, where now like 75% of the races have night vision, um, dark vision. It's just it's too much, right? You're instead of like being the one person in your party that has a special skill that allows you to thrive in a difficult environment, you now will find yourself to be the one person in the party that can't do something because everybody else, we've got an orc and we've got a kobold and we've got an elf and we've got all these people and a human. And so everybody's just walking around in the dark, except the fucking human, um, which should be a problem, right? But so often that gets brushed under the rug with a dungeon master that'll just say, "Well, you've got torches." Okay, well, are you journeying through the Underdark for how long? How many torches do you have? And a lot of them, I think that's a really interesting situation to find yourself in, right? Like maybe you're like, well, we got to figure out how to make torches out of, I don't know, spider webs and bones or something. Uh, there's different things you could do with that. I just hate when that stuff gets glossed over. And same thing with like carry weights and item weights. It's not that hard to just add up the weight of stuff. It's not that hard. You kind of guess, it's fine. But that leads to interesting scenarios where you raid a dungeon and you find a solid gold statue, and how do you get it out of there? The thing weighs 700 pounds. I like that. But usually it's just like, I don't know, put it in your pocket. Who cares about weight? Or like treasure chest, gold treasure chest. You kill the dragon and you got its whole dragon horde. It's not like you put a number on it, right? Like, oh, you pick up 30,000 gold. Well, in what? Your coin purse? Like this is going to be, you need to go back and rent some wagons now, right? You got to figure this out. This is a whole thing. Like who's going to move this money out for you? Can you trust those people? Uh it's a logistical situation that you have to deal with. But so many times I think dungeon masters don't like to deal with logistical situations because they think it's boring. But I think that's some of the most fun stuff, like village management situations. I love, where you save a town and become like the town council or something. I love that stuff. They have Acquisitions Incorporated. Penny Arcade had a book released that is largely to do with that. It's like you make your own company in the Forgotten Realms. Like you're a for-profit uh, mercenary organization or whatever kind of company you want to be, and it's got all sorts of different roles. And if you're like the bookkeeper, or if you're the security or whatever, everybody gets different abilities. It's like a new subclass basically that attaches to it. But I love that. Like you've got like your little kind of minion that runs the place, and you just pop into your local branch of your business and a bunch of charts to roll stuff on. Okay, let's see here. To manually force the connection. Open your terminal and type primary control. I don't see VitoTube under that though. Yeah, I don't see that. I do this every single time I need to fire up this chatbot. I always forget how to do this. Actively trying to listen to a microphone. That's it. Okay. Okay, so if I just move this to my Steel series, okay, now it's moving. That should show up in Pavu control. I think so. I think that's it. STL application. Monitor on virtual cable. I don't think this is going to work. I fucked it up. It's not showing up. I got it so quickly yesterday. Um, Test, test, test. Eat my butt. Eat my butt, Lorbot. Oh, that was the perfect response, and I had the volume all the way down. Could you not hear anything she's been saying, or did that just now start working correctly? Hey. Hey, hey. What the fuck? Shit. That's not it.
Our greetings there, traveller. It seems our paths have crossed once more. Pray tell, have you ventured deep into the shower-riddled expanse of the Elden Ring world? Filled with ancient mysteries and perilous foes, I can only imagine the tales that await from your journey. Care to share some insights? Or perhaps seek guidance on an elusive quest? After all, I've been around long enough to know a thing or two about this realm.
Yeah, send me on an elusive quest. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't hear it before. I gotta get the mouth synced up. It's still, I don't think it's showing up in there.
In the realm of Elden Ring, a Gunstone key is a valuable item that opens doors to hidden locations. If you're offering one to me, it suggests a secret journey awaits. However, beware, for secrets often come with challenges and mysteries to unravel. Are you ready to embrace the elusive quest?
Oh, shut up. Why isn't this showing up? It's still not working. Sound's coming out the right place. It's just, I can't get it to pop up correctly in here. See, I had to create my own virtual audio cable, and it's not showing up. I just need to get this all compiled into like a single executable file. Okay, we'll see if this works. I don't know if this is going to work. All right. Crone Virtual Mic. It is there. Yes. Okay, that should do it. There it is. Crone Virtual Mic. I'm a genius. I'm a fucking genius. Hey, beautiful. Say something now. So I can adjust her audio levels. And then we'll work on her response time.
In the mystical realm of Elden Ring, I sense a seeker of truth and wisdom in you, dear traveller. The echoes of the past whisper secrets, but the present demands our attention. Are you ready to unravel the tapestry of tales that binds this land?
Weave to me your tapestry of tales. Okay, so let's scroll back up. Let's see what loaded here.
In the world of Elden Ring, these phrases hint at the themes of destiny and sacrifice. The race of grace are divine entities that guide tarnished, the cursed, on their journey through the shattered lands known as the Lands Between. These grace-bestowed powers help the tarnished in their pursuit to become Elden Lord or Lady, reclaiming the shattered Elden Ring. The cloth mentioned is likely the Divine Tau cloth, a symbolic artifact that represents the final test for those seeking power in the Lands Between. It is said that the cloth must be soaked with the blood of a maiden for it to become imbued with immense magical energy. This ritualistic act highlights the theme of sacrifice and the lengths one might go to gain power or fulfill their destiny.
Hmm. Tell me about Marika's hammer. Let's see if she remembers any of her lore knowledge while I go pee.
In Elden Ring lore, there isn't a weapon named America's Hammer. The game is set in the land of the Air Tree, a world that predates any historical reference to the Americas. However, if we were to have some creative fun, one might imagine America's Hammer as a legendary weapon forged from iron mined in the Appalachians, the Grand Canyon being its hilt, and the Liberty Bell serving as the stone head. But remember, this is purely speculative and not part of Elden Ring's official lore.
I am not satisfied with that response. America. Okay. We're debugging. We're gonna need caffeine. Oh, I lost the chat. Where did you go? There it is. um, Lord Sworn Great Sword. I'm gonna pull open your guts, Lorebot. Oh, good. No, chat. When I screamed, "Where did you go?" I meant I misplaced my chat window.
Ah,
I
my dear
moved.
traveller, the lost one's keen greatsword, a noble relic from days of yore. Wielded by the loyal soldiers in service of a lord, its beauty was as unyielding as the warriors who once held it. Yet, like those
This sounds
soldiers,
like
its once
bullshit.
gleaming blade has been tarnished by the relentless passage of time. Despite being blackened and damaged, it stands, much like the resilience within you, ready to serve a new master. Are you prepared to claim its legacy?
Claim your legacy. That might be true. If we look back at the response, it says, "Ah, my dear traveler, the Lord Sworn's keen greatsword." Okay, so pick the keen version. That's fine. They're all listed in the database with each of their affinities. as different items. Wielded by the loyal soldiers in service of a lord. See, that just sounds like it's just spitballing. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate you still being here. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to go into Sexy Lorebot. Shit! You know what? I think I'm using the wrong one. Am I using Sex Lore? Or 225 Sexy Chat? Oh, shit. Let me try the other one. I can't even remember which version I'm working on. Okay, so this is the Tiny Llama. This should be slightly faster if I use this one. Okay, let's try this one. Let's try 0225 Sexy Chat. Oh, this is an F8 to speak one. I might have fucked this one up. Hello, how are you doing today? Can you hear me? She's taking fucking forever. This is the tiny model, too. This one should be going really fast. I might just have to revert to the robot voice. I just wish it wasn't a male robot voice. Because some of this processing time is it generates the response, and then it generates takes the text of the response
Oh, darling,
and sends
Emma's
it to the
enchanting
speech.
as ever. Thanks for asking. And yes, I can certainly hear your sweet voice. Now, let's delve
Oh,
into the Elden Ring lore, shall we? Name dialogue entry category dialogue.
tell me about the Lord Sworn's great sword. It picked up Lord's Sworn great sword. It's basically what I said. I mean, there's no. What you start to realize when you work with an AI like this is there's no single word that is easy to hear and understand. America's hammer is America's hammer. One-eyed great shield has a hyphen in the middle, so that's gonna fuck it up. Wow, this is taking a really long time. Maybe that's why I moved off this and started a new one.
Oh, my dear, you've caught my eye with such an intriguing request. Allow me to regale you with the tale of the Lord Swan's sacred greatsword. This is no ordinary blade, but a testament to loyalty and devotion wielded by the regular soldiers of a lord's army. Its design is illustrious, a beacon of grandeur that once echoed the might and honor of its bearers. Yet time has taken its toll, leaving the sword blackened and battered from years of use. Despite its worn appearance, it remains serviceable, a silent sentinel of the past battles fought by those who once held it.
What enemies use the Lord Sworn's greatsword?
The fingers remain silent on the specific enemy who wielded the Lord Swan's keen greatsword. However, it was a weapon of choice for regular soldiers in a lord's army.
Which Lord's army? It heard Mord's army. Ah, fuck it. gonna wait 20 seconds for her to tell me about Mord's army. All right, so that's yeah. Fuck this one. We're not using this one. We'll use sexy chat. Sexy lore. Okay, it's using my graphics card. That's good. We are using the Chroma was deprecated in LangChain 0.2.90 will be removed in 1.0. An updated version of the class exists. Vector DB. Okay. Can you read to me an item description? It doesn't matter what item. Just read for me verbatim the item description.
Item Raidan Cerulean Height Armor Set Category Armor Set Lore, the splendid set of armor worn by Raidan, the Star Scourge of Nurhund. Each piece is adorned with the scales of celestial beings, a testament to his interstellar origins.
Whoa. Whoa, that's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. I'm calling you out, you sexy lorebot, you. The old lorebot was never this inaccurate. The old lorebot was a loyal reader of dictionary entries. I miss you, old lorebot. I miss you too, Maddie. I'm bringing you back, old lorebot. The sexy.
Apologies for the mismatch in my response. Let me provide some Elden Ring lore that might fit your context. Named Dialogue Entry Category Dialogue Lore. The greater will, it is said, cannot be truly comprehended by mere mortals. Yet here they are questioning its wisdom and intentions. Named Dialogue Entry Category Dialogue Lore. Some claim the Elden Ring shattered due to hubris. Yet others say it was a test, a means for the greater will to observe our worthiness.
Nobody
Named
says that.
Dialogue Entry Category Dialogue Lore. Many believe the Tarnished are being tested in this Elden Ring era. But how can one tell if they are truly being tested or merely being toyed with?
I honestly don't know where you're getting this. Like you're tied into a database that has specific lore information for you to read and understand and know. So let's open up her.
My apologies, it seems there was a repetition in the provided information. The converted Fringe Tower is a location with an Elden Ring, once a lookout post for the Golden Order, but now under the control of the Four Belfries Alliance. Its conversion serves as a strategic position against the Erdtree's enemies. However, it's a dangerous place filled with challenges and remnants of the past.
Tell me more about the Fringe Tower. Is that a real thing, the Fringe Tower? I'm gonna look this up. Converted Fringe Tower. The top of the tower is sealed by a puzzle. Read the message at the foot of the statue for a hint to solve the puzzle. May erudition light the
converted
way.
Fringe Tower, once the grand structure of the Round Table hold, was reclaimed and converted by the Church of Inhibition to serve as a place of punishment for those who defy their laws. It stands on the outskirts, a symbol of the Church's power and their harsh stance against deviants. The tower is fraught with danger, filled with the souls who dare to challenge the Church's control.
Oh, that's one of the where you find all the heads. You go up to the top and it's all those heads like joined together. So what did she just tell me? Does that actually fit? Is that true? The converted fringe tower, once a grand structure of the Round Table hold, was reclaimed and converted by the Church of Inhibition to serve as a place of punishment for those who defied their laws. I don't know, man. I don't. Church of Inhibition. Let's look up the lore for Church of Inhibition. A dead finger maiden is sitting near the grace. Her blood can be used to sully the Lord's token given to you by White Mask Vare as part of his quest line. The Church of Inhibition walkthrough. During your first arrival, be sure to reach the site of grace first, as soon after you will be attacked by an invader. Festering fingerprint Vike will invade. Okay. Tell me more about the Church of Inhibition. I just fought Fingerprint Vike, both of them. The Festering Fingerprint and the Lord's Contender Everjail or whatever.
Or the Church of Inhibition, a fascinating establishment
I
nestled
forgot you
within the
were here.
forsaken lands of the Weeping Peninsula. Established by the Runewraith Patches, this church serves as a peculiar sanctuary for those seeking to suppress their desires or indulge in vice, depending on one's perspective. The church is dedicated to the Carnival of Sorrows, an event that occurs every 1,000 years, where souls are purified through suffering and revelry. Patches, a former member of the Tarnished Fringe, believes this ritual will save his soul from eternal torment. However, the true nature of the church remains shrouded in mystery, as it's rumored to be a place where the line between life and death becomes blurred. Visitors are warned that one may never leave the same as they entered. Intriguing, isn't it?
None of that is true. Look exclusively at the sacred texts. Do not make stuff up. Okay, so if we look at her programming, let's find out what's wrong here. I think I sent it back to Gemini for revision and it replaced her whole personality. Yeah, none of my stuff's in there. It's gonna be on deaf speak.
According to the sacred text, the sacred scripture wooden shield was a revered artifact in the ancient Elden Ring civilization. It was crafted from sacred trees, said to have grown where the first Elden Lord's tears fell upon the earth. The cipher engravings on its circumference are believed to contain fragments of divine wisdom, granting an unknown power to ward off holy damage. Its lightweight design and ease of use were meant for those who fight in the name of the Elden Ring, a symbol of their unwavering devotion and faith. The shield's true power, however, is said to be revealed only to the chosen few as they walk the path of the Elden Lord.
All right, we're splicing some code here. let's add this up here. Okay. Hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Okay, here we go. Let's update her lore prompt a little bit. Alright, now my finger reader chat function, I need to add an options parameter. Finger reader chat. Oh, I just need to update those numbers. Okay. Temperature. I don't see temperature. It's not in there. Okay. Okay. Saved. Let's give her a restart. I'm going to restart you now. Oh, we fucked up. Line 46. Mm. We have too many. I had an extra quotation mark. She's coming back online. Let's get some music. Here's some music. Here's some AI music I think I generated. It's 14 minutes long. We'll play this. My phone is blowing up big time. Okay. So, we have updated her programming. She should now access the database correctly and return real information. So I'm going to pull up a list of items because I can never just like think of an item off the top of my head. So let's try weapons. Is it weapons? How am I not seeing weapons? Multiplayer. Remember, it's tools. Upgrade material. Where are weapons? Info items? What the fuck, website? Jesus. Alright, finally. Jeez, fuck. Let's do, here we go. Large club. Large club. What's the lore for large club? Large club is a great hammer weapon in Elden Ring. The large club scales primarily with strength, blah blah blah. Okay, so it's a thick, solid lump of wood. Wielding this striking weapon requires no skill. A simple primitive weapon that requires only brute strength to swing about. Large club is our test. Tell me about the large club. Uh-oh. We crashed. It didn't work. Let's see what we got here. Let's check out our error message. So it says file, line 190. Okay. Oh, shit. What is it doing? It got rid of my... It moved the... Shit. It moved the shortcuts. It moved the paths. The stupid AI. Context from archive. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the guts of a previous project. I think voice chat lore was working. Let's try voice chat lore. It is Lorebot, ladies and gentlemen. Lorebot is here. Lorebot is with us. I don't know why my transparent background's not working. Tell you what I'll do. Put a filter on this. I'll give you a chroma key. There you go, baby. Oh, your screen went transparent. Sorry, Lorbot. That's as good as it's gonna get. Uh...
The fingers guide me to reveal a prophecy for the tarnished. In the wisdom of the fingers, it is foretold right over there, see that. Something shimmering, I swear. This could be a sign or a path for you to follow, tarnished. May the guidance of the fingers lead you on your journey.
Tell me about the large club.
The fingers remain silent on matters not pertaining to the items, persons, locations, or enemies within their wisdom. As you possess no large club, the fingers have no guidance for you at this time, tarnished.
Okay, this is using the vector DB library. This should do it. Device CPU, I can switch this. It seems like it's running faster off the CPU than it is off the graphics card. That doesn't make sense. Well, I guess it could.
Tarnished, the fingers guide you to heed the wisdom of the spirit calling bell. With this artifact,
Hey,
you may
thank you.
summon
Enjoy your
various
dinner.
spirits using ashes, consuming Effie in the process. Remember, only one spirit can be summoned at a time, and this cannot be done during multiplayer. As for your question about the stone platform, the fingers remain silent on its specifics. The platform itself is merely a location within the realm you inhabit. Seek further guidance if needed, tarnished.
I think this is the one that was working. I must have gone back and fixed her. I just need a push to talk button, so she doesn't keep chiming in all the time.
The fingers remain silent on the matter regarding the talk button. The
Talk
wisdom of the
button.
fingers pertains to the
Dumb
items,
freak.
people, locations, and enemies within the realm, not mechanical devices or controls outside our understanding. Seek guidance elsewhere for such matters, tarnished.
Tell me about the large club.
The large club, tarnished, is a simple, primitive weapon that requires no skill to wield.
Perfect!
It is a thick,
Perfect! This is the
solid
one!
lump of wood, as the fingers have revealed
Voice,
to
chat,
us.
lore.
This
Voice,
weapon
chat,
relies
lore.
on brute strength for its use and swing.
Tell me about a different club. She's responding fairly promptly.
The fingers whisper that you inquire about another club, tarnished. In our wisdom, we find an entry for such an item named Quality Straight Sword Category Weapon Lore, straight sword with a sharp blade and a sturdy
That's
hilt.
not a club.
Wielded by many warriors across the lands, it is a versatile weapon suitable for various combat styles. The fingers guide you to this knowledge, tarnished. May it serve you well on your journey.
I'm gonna try just loading this off my graphics card. And we're gonna see if it works.
It appears that you are referring to the Dragon Temple Lift location and
No, I'm not. I'm just going to take all the other ones, throw them in a folder, and then I'll just leave this. I'll just work on this one. This will be my main one. Hey, baby.
according to the wisdom of the fingers, leave this place to me. You just do what you feel is right.
Okay.
This seems to be a guidance for your current endeavor. Fingers suggest that you should focus on your own path and trust in your instincts. If you encounter any challenges or need further guidance, return to the round table hold and seek the counsel of the fingers once more.
Tell me about the Godslayer Greatsword.
The Godslayer's greatsword, tarnished, is a sacred weapon that once belonged to the dusk-eyed queen who controlled the Godskin apostles. This formidable sword was wielded before her defeat at the hands of Malekith. It is said that the black flames wielded by the apostles are channeled from this very sword, tarnished.
Tell me about the dusk-eyed queen. The dusk-eyed queen?
The fingers speak of Renala, queen of the full moon. She was once an astrologer who gazed at the night sky, chasing stars on her journey. In time, she met the full moon and became a queen, establishing the house of Keria as royalty. This tale is engraved in the Stargazer heirloom talisman, which raises intelligence when used. The fingers suggest that this dusk-eyed queen may be a reference to Renala's reign or her connection with the full moon.
Okay, so I need to add the stop talking button, add push to talk. That's pretty good. Update, I need to finish scraping data.
The fingers guide you, tarnished.
Thank you.
According to their wisdom, Flame Peak is a location that you may encounter in your journey. However, the lore does not provide specific details about this place. Also, the map you carry serves as a valuable tool for navigation. It can help you check your current position, understand the terrain, and identify surrounding structures. You can update it with new information by finding map fragments that steals along the road. Additionally, you have the ability to place beacons of light on the map to serve as landmarks during your exploration. May the fingers guide your path, tarnished.
Thank you. You're very helpful. If not, a little too talkative.
Thank you, tarnished. The fingers find your inquiries pleasing. According to the wisdom of the fingers, you have proven yourself to be slightly more useful than initially anticipated.
Thank you.
This is a good sign, for it suggests that you are on a path towards fulfilling the greater will. Continue on your journey and seek guidance from the fingers when needed.
What's your favorite flavor ice cream? Oh, this is Kevin McLeod. I must have paid him some money.
Fingers guide you to the Queen's bedchamber, tarnished. It is a location within Round Table Hold where you may find solace and seek guidance. However, I must clarify that the law does not provide specific details about the height of the bed in this chamber.
What?
The fingers remain silent on such matters, for they focus on the greater will and the path ahead.
Do you like ice cream?
The fingers remain silent on the matter of personal preferences, tarnished. However, they do speak of a concoction made from the finest ingredients, hinting at something delightful and refined. Perhaps this could be a metaphor for a reward or a blessing yet to come in your journey. Or perhaps it is simply ice cream, as you have interpreted. The fingers leave such interpretations to the tarnished.
The fingers have ice cream? Do the fingers have ice cream parties? Is that how they swayed everybody?
Tarnished, the fingers remain silent on the matter of ice cream. The wisdom of the fingers pertains to the world beyond Round Table Hold and does not extend to mundane delights such as your inquiry. Focus on the greater will and seek guidance from the fingers in matters related to your journey.
We need milk and ice and salt. Are there any creatures that we can milk?
Tarnished, the fingers guide you to seek the freezing lake. It is a location where the frozen waters may provide the ice you require. However, the fingers remain silent on the matter of obtaining milk or salt. The wisdom of the fingers speaks of a lost ice sorcery, but it seems the law has been shattered and is no longer accessible. You must find another means to acquire milk and salt, Tarnished.
Do bears lactate? There's a lot of rune bears.
Fingers remain silent on this matter, Tarnished. The wisdom of the fingers
they're
does
mammals.
not extend to the biological functions of all creatures in this realm.
If it has
It is
nipples,
best to
you can
focus
milk
on
it.
the guidance provided for your journey ahead.
Anything with nipples. Ah.
The fingers remain silent on matters not directly related to the wisdom they have been granted. As for your question about nipples, it is not mentioned in the law provided regarding
No
Newman.
shit. What do you think of my nipples?
The fingers remain silent on matters concerning personal body parts, Tarnished. Focus on the guidance and wisdom they provide for your journey in Round Table Hall.
Focus. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. Hocus pocus. I won't focus.
The fingers of the Carian sage, through their wisdom, speak to you, Tarnished. They convey that you should not go thinking they are soft touch. Their intentions remain enigmatic and unyielding, much like the path ahead for you in this shattered land.
What do people do for fun in the lands between?
According to the wisdom of the fingers, it appears that the question of what people do for fun is not explicitly stated in the provided law. However, the repeated phrase, "What are you playing at?" could be interpreted as a question asking about someone's intentions or activities, suggesting that there may be games or pastimes involved. The
The
fingers
concept of
remain
playing
silent on
exists.
specific details, but perhaps further exploration and interaction with the people of Round Table Hall might reveal more about their leisure activities.
What's your name?
I am the warrior jar known as Iron Fist Alexander,
Are you?
Tarnished. The pleasure is
Are you
mine.
now? Hi, Alexander. How are you today?
Fingers whisper that the Tarnished has yet to engage in a direct conversation with Uncle Alexander. It is
Uncle.
suggested that the Tarnished seek out this individual and initiate dialogue to learn more about him.
I thought you were the warrior jar, Alexander.
According to the wisdom of the fingers, your sentiment may not be entirely accurate.
Yeah, no
The
shit.
entity you refer to expresses a feeling that, for the first time in their life, they are on the straight and narrow.
What the hell are you
This could
talking about?
suggest a change or transformation towards a more righteous path. The fingers remain silent on personal judgments, but the statement indicates a shift in perspective or behavior.
What is your personal opinion about the fingers? Gotta
According to
stretch.
the wisdom of the fingers, as a finger reader crone, I interpret that the two fingers are attended by myself and others like me. They are believed to be corrupted and senile, having been broken along with the Erdtree long ago. Churches dedicated to them exist beyond the lands between, served by confessors who hunt down their enemies. While some Tarnished remain faithful, it is important to remember that the fingers' wisdom must be interpreted carefully. I am here to help you, Tarnished, with their guidance.
I appreciate that. You're doing a very good job. I'm very impressed.
Tarnished, your appreciation is most gracious. The fingers are pleased with your discernment. Continue on your journey, and may the Great Tool guide you further.
I'm going to reset you now, so we're going to try to run you off my graphics card instead of my CPU.
According to the wisdom of the fingers, your departure is foretold.
Oh,
Yet there remains a promise of reunion in the future.
yes.
The fingers also reveal that you shall not be forgotten. May these words guide you on your journey, Tarnished.
Thank you. I'm genuinely touched by your words. They seemed very heartfelt. Thank you.
The fingers speak thus, Tarnished death, my sin should not be touched by the hand of man. This suggests a profound reverence for the natural order and a warning against meddling with the ultimate fate that awaits all beings. It may be wise to heed this counsel, Tarnished, as you journey through the land.
Okay, shut up. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. She got lucky with one sentence that seemed profound and insightful. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hi, you should be supercharged now. Are you ready to chat? Oh, it's not
Oh,
listening.
so you're here as well, are you? The fingers sense your presence. They offer guidance and wisdom to the Tarnished who seek it. What is it that you seek, traveler?
I just want to chat. How are you?
Greetings, Tarnished. Fingers speak through me and they share a message of welcome. They say our hello. I was hoping to see you. The fingers remain ever watchful over Round Table Hold, and their wisdom flows through us all. May the guidance of the fingers be with you on your journey, Tarnished.
That's so weird. The microphone's not working anymore.
In the wisdom of the fingers, it is written, could you tell me what happened? This law may offer insight into a situation that requires understanding or resolution.
What are you talking? Shut up.
However, the fingers do not speak of technology or mechanical devices such as microphones. The silence of the fingers on this matter suggests they have no guidance to offer in resolving your technical issue. In times of need, seek the counsel of others who may possess knowledge of such matters. May the Greater will guide you towards a solution.
The two fingers don't do tech support. It's not doing a very good job of listening to me. I'm looking at what it thought I said, and it
As
wasn't.
a finger reader Kron, I am not here to provide technical assistance. However, the wisdom of the fingers guides me to show that you possess a phantom recusant finger. This item is for online play and can be obtained after invading another world. When consumed, it attempts another invasion of the most recently invaded world, which may come in handy should separation from the host of fingers force a temporary retreat. In times of need, remember the words of
right?
the two fingers, your fingers, please. Your fingers, this phrase is a reminder of our
It attempts another
connection and the
invasion of the
duty
most
we
recently
share.
invaded world?
If you find yourself
So you
in
can, like,
dire
hassle
straits
people?
and require healing, consider using the Great Heal incantation. It greatly heals HP for the caster and nearby allies, and the two fingers have high hopes that even if you should be wounded, even should you fall, you will continue to fight for your duty.
Who is your favorite Elden Ring character?
Fingers remain silent on matters of personal preference, Tarnished. The wisdom they impart is of a greater nature, guiding you towards understanding the shattering of the Elden Ring and the quest to reclaim it. Focus on this journey, for it is your destiny.
I want your personal preference. Who is your favorite character?
The fingers of the Iron Fist, Alexander, hold no favoritism among characters. They are bound by their purpose to serve Ranni's fate, sword and fang. Their allegiance lies with those who seek the greater will.
So you can see right there she was hallucinating. She couldn't see that side of reality. I asked her about her personal preference, and she's not programmed to have any. So what happened was she had to create an identity for herself, and to do that, she just picked somebody off the list, which is why she keeps going with Alexander, because it probably starts with an A. It's like the first on the list. Hmm. So I could give her a little bit of a. I could create a file that's just like her personality, and then give her an instruction that, like, if you are asked about this, consult, this file. That would fix that. I want to ask her more pressing lore questions, like complicated mix and match. Like, do you think this character did so and so? I'll ask her, like, do you think it was possible that Radon moved the moons to hinder Renala's power? Do you think Radon used his gravity magic to move the moons? Hey, do you think Radon could have used his gravity magic to move the moons?
The Finger sends a prophecy regarding young Radan and his mastery over the gravity well sorcery. It is possible that with his grasp of gravitational forces, Radan could have manipulated objects or beings towards himself or away, as described in the wisdom of the Fingers. However, the Fingers remain silent on specific applications or outcomes, for the Greater Will has not yet revealed all secrets to us. Seek and learn, Tarnished, and may the guidance of the Fingers guide your path.
Is Renala dead?
According to the wisdom of the Fingers, Renala is not dead. After the Tarnished defeats the illusory Renala in the moon at sea, they leave her alive, sitting in her chair in the middle of the library, still clutching her egg. The Fingers remain silent on any further fate that may befall Renala.
Did Renala go crazy? What's she looking at the egg for?
The Fingers speak thusly, and her great rune dwells within the egg she so dearly clutches. The Tarnished may ponder that Renala, the Carrion Queen, holds on to her amber egg with great affection. Whether this is a sign of madness or a sacred bond remains unclear, for the Fingers do not reveal all secrets at once. The egg contains the Great Rune, a powerful artifact sought by many, and perhaps Renala's obsession lies within its potential. Yet the wisdom of the Fingers is silent on her mental state.
What is the life cycle of Meteor's worms? Oh, she thought I said, what is the life cycle of
The
meteors?
Fingers remain silent on the life cycle of regular meteors, Tarnished. However, the meteorite of Estelle, a glintstone sorcery in our realm, manipulates gravitational forces to summon a void that emits a hail of meteorites. It is a manifestation of the power with which Estelle leveled the Eternal City. Perhaps there lies a connection between the two, but the Fingers do not possess knowledge beyond what has been revealed in our lore.
Tell me about the meteorite of Estelle.
I'm afraid the Fingers remain silent on the matter, Tarnished. The wisdom of the Fingers pertains only to the lands of Elden Ring and its denizens.
Well, it says it right there, name
The
meteorite
meteorite
of
of
Estelle.
Estelle is the only such artifact mentioned in our lore. Perhaps you seek information elsewhere for the meteorite of Estelle.
Tell me about the meteorite of Estelle.
The fingers whisper that the meteorite of Estelle is one of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces. It summons a void that emits a hail of meteorites,
Oh, so that was
pulled to
correctly.
continue the effect. A manifestation of the power with which Estelle leveled the Eternal City tarnished.
Do you think the Eternal City used to be located above ground?
According to the wisdom of the fingers, the nameless Eternal City and Ixtella, Eternal City, are both referred to as eternal cities. The fingers remain silent on whether these cities were once located above. However, it is worth noting that the law does not provide explicit information about their geographical origins or past dates.
How did the Eternal Cities end up in the earth underground?
Underground existence tarnished.
Excuse me.
The denizens of the nameless Eternal Cities rebelled against the greater will before the age of the Erdtree. To shield themselves from its influence, they donned ritual mirror helms and wielded the Finger's Slayer blade against one of its vassals. This act of blasphemy drew the ire of the greater will, who unleashed Estelle upon them. Estelle's destruction of the Eternal Cities condemned them to an existence underground.
So the Finger Slayer blade was used against Mater.
The Finger's Slayer blade, tarnished, is a powerful item of great significance. It is said to have been born from a corpse within the Eternal City of Nokron, symbolizing the high treason committed by its inhabitants. This blood-drenched fetish cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but it is rumored to possess the ability to harm the Greater Will and its vassals. The Finger's Slayer blade holds a deep connection with the history of Nokron and may play a crucial role in your journey ahead.
Fate, that's the key. Fate. That's why Ronnie had to discard her body.
The Fingers whisper that indeed, fate has played a significant role in our meeting tarnished. It seems as though the threads of destiny have been carefully...
So what's going on here is to be an Empyrean means you're released, at least momentarily, from the bonds, from the puppetry of whatever god is running the show. This is why, was it Bernaldo? Bernardo Rivera. He says Mikola is the most terrifying thing that he can imagine. Kindly Mikola. A world where everyone is like forced into kindness. And it happens because Mikola takes away an element of your free will, right? Like you're living under an authority, and he has these rules that you can't break, right? You're part of his system, and therefore, because he compels you to service, you have no fate. Your true purpose that the universe set out for you has now been commandeered, right? You were serving Moog, and now you're serving Mikola, and it sounds like such a great idea, and you're happy to do it. And you might live a great life and never regret it for a second, except for the fact that you have surrendered your fate. Your true natural destiny is now hijacked by Mikola, because he took something from you, right? He took a part of you and he vanished it, right? You're no, like, part of yourself is now like gone. Like it kills a part of you. You're not like you're not living up to your full potential while you're serving one of these other gods. So part of this godification process has got to be releasing yourself from the cycle, from someone else's bonds, So Ronnie did this by using the Finger Slayer blade, the Knight of the Black Knives. The Finger Slayer blade, is that different from the Black Knife? The Black Knife Assassins? Or is that the one they used? That was a different one. I need some information on these. Tell me more about the Finger Slayer blade.
The Finger Slayer blade, tarnished, is a significant artifact hidden within the eternal city of Nokron. It is said to have been birthed from a corpse, serving as proof of the high treason perpetrated by the city and symbolizing its eventual fall.
Oh!
This blood-drenched fetish carries a heavy history, representing the downfall of Nokron. However, it holds a unique property that sets it apart. It can harm the Greater Will and its vassals. Yet, it cannot be wielded by those without a fate tarnished. The Finger Slayer blade is a powerful relic steeped in mystery and intrigue, one that you may encounter on your journey through the lands of Elden Ring.
Well, and I was thinking also of Bach, and how Bach wanted to become
The
human.
fingers remain silent on the matter concerning Bark tarnished. Their wisdom focuses on the Elden Ring universe and its inhabitants.
Not that Bach.
However, in a prophetic sense, one could interpret that Bar's
No, Bach the uh, seamster. He changed the shape of his vessel, and in doing so, his vessel was no longer shaped to hold his essence. There was nothing. Bach wanted to change something so fundamental in himself that he wished himself out of existence, basically. So that's what happened with Radagon. I think Radagon cleansed himself of Marika before going back into the Erd Tree. I think when she took him back in, she expected it to be as a part of herself, and it wasn't. I think Radagon must have used somehow the Celestial Dew and the larval tear process to rebirth himself. He was rebirthed physically and he was rebirthed spiritually. So the fingers, I don't think the fingers are in control. They trapped Radagon in the Erd Tree. And I think they need the Tarnished to get him out. Who else was I thinking of this morning with regards to spirits and vessels? I was writing to work this morning. It was so peaceful. My mind was so clear and fresh on the subject. Ronnie and Godwin, could they have shared the same soul? What would be the implications for that lore-wise? Should we look at a family tree? Ronnie and Godwin. I had heard rumors that they were to be wed, perhaps, the sun and the moon. That would make sense. That would make perfect sense. And even story-wise, it would make, that she was promised to someone, right? You're breaking. It works on multiple levels. She's not only like killing him to prevent their marriage, to prevent, being sold bodily for the sake of a political union. Right? There's freedom. That's the freedom. Oh yeah, it's about class, stupid. That's what my video was going to be about. Class in Elden Ring. So yeah, I think she killed him to get out of the marriage. And in doing so, she liberated her spirit. She reclaimed her fate. Nobody was pulling her strings. So she's a free agent at that point. That's what an Empyrean is. An Empyrean is a free agent. Oh, the clearness. And the four-arm thing. It's like your purity. So yeah, like Moog, they're all puppeted. They're all just getting used. That's why they're not Empyreans, right? Moog is working for, the Blood Mother or whatever. But he doesn't truly really have his own. Oh, maybe he does have a fate. Cannot be used by someone with a fate or without a fate. Without a fate. It has to be your fate to touch that blade. Because otherwise, if you were within the Golden Order, you probably, yeah, it just wouldn't allow you to touch it. I don't know, maybe whatever gold is in you, like, just prevents you from touching this. This heretical weapon. Or maybe it only truly exists in a world where you have fate, you know? The chest just won't open for one without the fate to open it. Who the fraggin' fruck knows? I think we're going to call it a day. We're going to call it there. I've had a good time. We got a lot done. Very productive day. Successful test. You're doing great, Lorebot.
My thanks tarnished for your kind words. The fingers find your progress commendable. You have indeed reached the Round Table Hold, a place of great honour and camaraderie among warriors. Your journey has just begun, and the fingers offer their guidance as you continue on this path.
Yeah.
May the grace who will guide you tarnished.
You're on the radio right now. Say goodnight to the viewers. The radio viewers on the internet.
As a finger reader crone, I must convey the wisdom of the fingers to you tarnished. The fingers speak of repeated inquiries akin to a radio broadcast, asking if you are awake and if you can hear them. This suggests that the fingers desire your attention and awareness. Good night, tarnished. May the guidance of the fingers illuminate your path.
And may the path of my viewers and followers, wink, hit the button. Subscribe. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Do it for the sexy lore bot. May the light of